Okay, I'd like to do a quick video on these tortilla presses. A lot of them have issues, and some of the issues are, first, they slide around. That's a pretty easy fix. Okay, if you're going to do them, put a piece of cloth underneath them. But here's the thing, these things, they don't press the dough thin enough, and certain sections of these things press it thinner than the other. And they stick to the plates and all that stuff. The dough sticks. And I've seen people, I've watched people on YouTube, and they'll take a Ziploc bag, cut it up, have like a flap, put it in there, close the flap down, then press it down. That helps a little bit, but there's still problems, okay? It's not thick enough to take the problem away that the press is not making the dough thin enough to make a tortilla. If you're doing flatbreads, you don't need it that thin, which is fine. But when you're making a tortilla, you want it pretty thin, and these have issues doing that. So what I did is you can buy these flexible cutting boards pretty much anywhere. The Wally World sells them $4 or $5, and you cut them to fit your disc. You just cut them. Now I found clear ones, and that's what I used. But if you can see, you just cut them to fit that. You cut 2 of them. Make 2 discs out of 1. But you want to use, if you can find them, the clear ones. The lighter colors will work, but there's a reason why I want the clear ones. They're easier to see through. Okay, so I cut them out. I put one right there, right on the bottom. Now, there is a little thickness to these. Okay, they're pliable. They have a little thickness. So put that on the bottom. You put your dough right in the middle. You don't have to offset it. You know, normally they say offset your dough a little bit to the back because it's going to press down. Don't worry about that. Put your dough right in the middle. And then what you can do is you take your second one and you just set it right on top of your dough ball. Like that. Now, obviously I don't have a dough ball in there, but it would be sitting on top of the dough ball. Then you could take your top and just hand press it down a little bit if you want. Here's the kicker. Then you can spin it. You know, and work it like that. And just keep spinning it. Now, you got it worked down good enough. Now you take your thing and you mash it down. Mash your deal down. And you pick it up. Now, since I chose the semi-clear ones, if you can see through there, you can see how the dough is spreading out in the discs. Now, obviously, the dough will get pinched tighter here. If you got a spot that's not working its way towards the edge, say like over here, this spot over here is not working its way towards the edge quicker than this spot, just turn your thing around to where your thickness is here, and then put it down, smash it, and you can keep doing this. Once when you get it going, you can keep turning just a little bit. Smash. You know, keep spinning. Smash. Okay? Till you get it to the thickness you want. You know, the roundness that you want. Hell, you can even, if it's bad enough, if it's real thin on one side, say it's real thin over here and real thick over here, you can do one of these numbers. Slide it to the edge. Okay? You can pull your disc out. The thing's going to stick together. Slide it to the edge. Put it down like that. Then crimp it down. Then that'll get that spot to move, thin out more that way. Now here's the real cool part. So you got your dough in there. It's all pressed out. It's so easy. You just pick these two discs up. There's nothing here. The dough is in here. Now I'm holding the camera with one hand. But say I got the things up like this. You pull them apart, and the dough will stick to one of these halves. It'll stick. One half will be clean. The other half will have the dough stuck to it. So if it's stuck here, then all you got to do is get it over by your heat source, your pan, and just peel it off. Peel it off. Put it right there, right in your pan. Much better. The idea, I was using that plastic bag deal. It just didn't address the situations I was having. It helped, but these two discs will help you tremendously. I just like the fact too that you got your dough in there and you could spin it, repress it, spin it, repress it. And if you have to, you can lay it on the side, put one little area, then press it down. Hell, in fact is, even if you used a rolling pin, you could still use this for a rolling pin. You put your dough in there, you could take your rolling pin and roll over top of that if you wanted. You wouldn't have to worry about your dough sticking to your rolling pin. You don't need to worry about it. You don't have to flour your rolling pin. You can put your dough in there, roll it out just like you normally do, but you're just doing it in between these two things. But the thickness, it's not that thick, okay? But between the two of them, it's thick enough, just thick enough to fill up any imperfections these things may have. That's my video. I just wanted to show you. So if you got one of these things, you can use the colored ones if you want. You can still see through them a little bit. But it's just a little harder, a little more difficult. But if you can find the white ones like these, you can see through them a lot better. But they're both they're all made out of pretty much the same type of plastic and whatnot. So there you have it. That's the hack for the press. See ya.